Ottman, Tugboat Typhoon, the Shockmaster, the B-A-double-D, Big Steel Man. And the card is subject to change. Watch it.
Welcome back to the show!
Welcome back to the show!
And now, your hosts of the Card Subject to Change podcast, the For Frequency's Sake Tag Team Champions of the World, the Wizard CZ, and never wrong, Nick Bull.
Live and in living color on a Saturday night. It is Card Subject to Change. Hi, hello, and welcome to everyone to another exciting episode, a special episode. We're live here from the Highview Lounge and Studios, tucked in the Upper East Side here in rural, QCA, Illinois. We'll just put it at that. But we're glad you're here. We're sorry if we're late, but we can't go on immediately after. We got to hear what's going on the presser. And you just can't ruin a vibe that's going on here at the Highview. If you've ever been able to experience a show out here, you know what I mean. Maybe we ought to do that for an auction giveaway at a prize or something. A Highview experience with us with the show for a pay-per-view. But I digress. I am never wrong, Nick Bull. Boy, you're going to hear that name a lot tonight. I'm so glad to bring you in here as the host of Card Subject to Change, podcast by the fan for the fan. Of course, we are powered by Low Pies Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo. Joined by my tag team partner, co-host, co-champ of the For Frequency's Sake Tag Team Championship Network. He is the one, he is the only, he is the Wizard CZ. Wiz, how are you doing?
Man, I am doing fantastic. It's been a fun night. It's been a fun week. 3 years old, man.
We are 3. It's been a
first official episode since we officially turned 3.
I'll tell you this, it seems like it's been a week since Thursday night.
I know.
It really does feel like it, but we want to thank all those that did come out and wish us a happy 3rd birthday, anniversary, whatnot. We had a good time there at Kavanaugh's. Glad to see the faces that were out there. We appreciate it. We really love it. We won't forget it. We really had a good time. We really had a great time.
Can I ask before we introduce our guest, our third co-host for the evening?
Who's that? Is there somebody else here?
Since we are on Saturday night and WCW Saturday night is look at me, I'm no son Nick. Since WCW Saturday night is no more a thing. Can we be the mothership?
It is I know. Well, it is a thing. I don't think that'll ever die. But yeah, we could be the mothership. We are on the mothership right now.
We are here on the mothership of Card Subject to Change. Play with us.
Come on.
As often as he is here when we're in the Highview. Joining us is from Educating Ignorance, Jill the Show Winkle, and
hello.
Burden by the Bear.
It's burdened by something, that's for sure. Burdened on Sundays and sometimes Mondays and occasionally Thursdays. What's up, boys? How are we doing?
We're doing great,
man.
Happy
belated birthday.
Thank you.
You guys are you guys are officially legal in dog years now.
We are legal in dog years. I'm telling everybody I'm out of diapers, but CZ is still in them.
Listen, someone's got to be,
We're 3 now.
Everyone has to have their, butt wiped by somebody.
Right. It's all right. And CZ handles it with grace. He really does. He really does. We
take it like a champ.
He does. He takes it like a champ. He does.
He's a good sport.
What we're glad to have Joe here, back on the show. He's one of us. Glad to have him here.
If I didn't have my own podcast, people would probably think that I lived in this bomb shelter.
You would. They would. His bed's right back here. We could pull it off.
Exactly.
It's a pretty good looking set,
especially when the weather is nice. So, I said earlier, y'all didn't hear me. Imagine if the show would have been last weekend. We would have died.
Oh, it would have been bad out here.
We would have been all in. We would have been doing the show in our birthday suits.
Yeah, LOL.
Yeah, we would have been Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been this
Or
weather.
Pizza the Hut. Shout out to Spaceball.
That's Pizza the Hut. This weather has been tremendous. The cool down here that we've experienced lately, and definitely was great to be outside watching a big wrestling show with friends on a Saturday night. Because of course, gentlemen, we're here to talk about SummerSlam Night 1, the first ever SummerSlam card with 2 nights. It's been made a big deal by WWE for so long. It's here. We experienced Night 1. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I love the 5 o'clock Central. We're in the Central time zone. I love the 5 o'clock Central start. I'm not going to lie. 5 o'clock, that pay-per-view was over around, 8:30?
Yes.
Around 8:30. I know we were late in getting on. I apologize, but we had a vibe going on here. People are here hanging out. I just can't boot people out. I mean,
Nor would we ask.
we're talking wrestling and football and
Yeah,
solving the world's problems.
You could technically tell us to leave. Technically. But why would you? You like us too much, I think.
I've never had a problem with.
Well, he likes everybody but me.
I've never had a.
Only because of my dad.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's not
I can,
true. You and your
I can,
neighbor.
I can see
Oh, would
what
you stop?
I can see how that can, make the friendship strenuous sometimes.
Well, only on the times Nick has to change.
Yeah, we've been put in some sticky situations. Let's just put it that way.
A lot of words, lot of net pronouns or nouns or whatever that can be described. It's parts of speech.
We might as well just start where everybody knows we need to start. And I will start by saying that Rob Camper, if you follow the Confusion Podcast on Twitter, X, what have you, called us out. If you had been with us at Kavanaugh's or tuned in to the 3rd birthday party, you would have already known the ending of SummerSlam Night 1. Because someone here is never wrong.
Never wrong.
Never wrong. So never wrong.
So that was good. That was good. So what you're saying is on Thursday night, what you guys did wasn't a prediction.
It was
a spoiler.
It was a spoiler.
Yeah.
I mean, felt like
You're stealing the gimmick of our boy Paulie Dangerous.
I know there's a lot of people that I'm not the only person that came up with this, or not the only person that predicted this, but this is one of my recent ones where I really got out in front of and made it known it was going down. I felt about 98% sure it was happening. I really did. It just seemed to go that way. You got to think back. They're on this long-term storytelling thing, and if you're a wrestling fan like myself and you like storytelling like myself, you got to think back to when Seth Rollins says, "I'll do everything in my power not to have CM Punk as the world champion."
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Well, boom. We find out that injury tonight was an absolute work. And we had 2 new champions in that main event tonight.
And we did.
Which we'll break down here in a second. But the story of the night is, Seth Rollins pulled it off again. Does not have a quote-unquote legit injury, it seems. Was able to take over a beaten, battered, worn-down Punk from a war with Gunther. Did it without the heavies of the group. Did it without Bronson and did it without Braun Breaker.
Well,
And is the new champion.
To be fair, Punk took a beating in that match.
Oh, my gosh. Gunther and Punk. I know I'm biased, but probably the match of the night on that card. If you want to go down match. That was the longest match of the card. If you want to look at run times, which I had up here, I wanted to talk about.
I've got a lot of.
That match comes in at just over 30 minutes, at 30 minutes and 20 seconds.
It was so good. I've got a lot of opinions.
Well,
Before we talk about the match, during the post, WWE threw up some stats. And I'll just kind of glaze over them a little bit. This was the 4th cash-in at SummerSlam. This is the first cash-in since the 2010s. I believe it was 2013 on the graphic, but I don't remember specifically. So if you out there want to leave that in the comments, please do. And Seth Rollins is the 4th to cash in twice.
Huh. So Punk, Seth, Edge.
Punk, of course. Punk, Edge, Miz,
Oh yeah, Miz.
and Seth Rollins.
Wet fart noise.
Those are your two-time cash-ins. Wow.
Okay. Where do we start?
Fire! You are over here.
I don't know what it is with
You're over here
SummerSlam.
getting your cuts in the batter's box, in the on-deck circle, man. Fire away.
I don't know what it is about SummerSlam, but where we have our biggest disagreements. All right, here's where I'm at. Let's be positive first. CM Punk and Gunther was as great as I wanted it to be. It's weird. I don't know what it is, man, but it's weird when Triple Paul actually books a professional wrestling match in the main event of his professional wrestling shows. Those matches are really good.
It's a sports entertainment show.
This match, the EO Rhea match, coincidentally enough, both ended in cash-ins, which both were. I thought the Naomi one was fantastic tonight. Here's why. So I say all that to transition as to why I don't love that this is where we're at. I'm a long-term storytelling guy. I love it. I'm here for that. I love hashtag melodrama. But it was nice to the 2 weeks or whatever it was of the Gunther CM Punk build. It was nice for a CM Punk feud to not be centered around, you took your ball and went home. You left us 15 years ago and blah, 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 blah. And you're a quitter, blah, blah, blah. And now we're back to square one. Him and Seth have been feuding for 2.5 years now. It hasn't been that long. It feels like it's been a bajillion years. I know technically they've only had 2 matches. The Mania main event, which was the triple threat, and then they had the one-on-one match on Raw, the Netflix debut. But it's just been so damn long, and I'm glad Seth's not hurt. I was agreed that he should have been the main of. He should have won the Money in the Bank. I thought that was the right move. I guess I just thought. I understand that when he tried to cash in the Seth Cena match or the Cena Punk match, it was him trying to screw over Punk. I get it, so it still all lines together. I guess I just was hoping that he was going to cash in tomorrow night. I guess that's just what I was hoping for, and maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm the problem.
I think
I'm usually the problem.
I think you are the problem, and here's why. If you don't like it, you better get used to it because, spoiler alert, gentlemen, CM Punk is going to win the Men's Royal Rumble.
Yep.
And he's going to take on Seth Rollins in night 1 of WrestleMania 42.
Main event number 2 for CM Punk.
Rollins is not going to drop this title or be in question until WrestleMania when he takes on the winner of the Rumble, who will be CM Punk. I just want to get out in front of him.
I don't think that's it's not if that's where we're heading. I'm okay with it. I mean, I get it. It's where
your ball shit. You're going to hear this for here in the eternity with them two. That's what it is between them two.
It is.
And what makes it great between them two? They're blurring the lines because every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every wrestling fan knows that those guys legitimately don't like each other. So that draws people in that are in the know on that know that they don't get along. They're both professionals, don't get me wrong. They're not going to hurt the other one or put the other one in danger. But there's something to be said about guys who work together who don't get along in the matches and the programs they produce.
100%. Now, let me kind of ask this and make a comparison. We've seen great long-lasting rivalries, and this definitely is one of them because of the animosity, the real-life animosity, and the chemistry it creates. Is this today's Stone Cold Rock feud from the Attitude Era?
Sorry, say that. I was reading something that I actually saw.
He's asking if Rollins and Punk is today's Austin and Rock from the Attitude Era.
No, because I don't think this is on a weekly show basis, obviously. I was all less than 5 years old when those 5 or 6 or 7 years old when all that stuff really went down. But like those all when they happened kind of tied into like who's the best man, who's the ace of the world type shit. You know what I mean? When it came to those guys, like the Austin Rock match at 17, like the everything about that, other than the Deborah of it all, was great. Like you look at the pre-match promo for that. At the end of it, it's The Rock saying you're going to get the very best, and Stone Cold saying like I will do whatever it takes beyond a shadow of a doubt. Like all that stuff. It was to be the best guy. Like they were some top guy shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I don't know. I guess it just feels cheap that, in a sense, that we're still doing the CM Punk you quit on us stuff in the year of our Lord 2025. That's my only gripe. Like, can the stuff be good? Like, yes. Like, we can still come out of this and it can be really good. In a perfect world, I have some stuff that I've seen, or like I can fantasy book a world around where we can actually get a Punk Rumble win in a main event that doesn't have to do with Seth at Mania. And maybe you guys would like it or not. We can get down to that road if y'all want me to dish it out, because I got some ideas in mind. It's just, it feels like we're just continuously repeating stuff over and over again. And I was ready for something new. Like if Seth would have cashed in and won the WWE title, like I just thought that could have been some different things, you know? And that's what I was kind of waiting. That's I guess what I was building my hopes up for.
Well,
all in all, though, I'm glad he's not really hurt. I never really believed that he really was. My thought process was, if he doesn't cash in this weekend, then yeah, he's actually pretty hurt. But he was here tonight. Clearly, he's good. I did think the way that it happened was really cool. Like him coming on and then walking back and then faking it, ripping the crowd's going crazy. I thought that was cool. But like, it's just everything that happened was really good. It's just that I wish that we had it was different. That's all. And again, maybe I'm the problem, but it'll all come around, I guess.
And I think there's something big in store for tomorrow night. I mean, I guess we have to wait and see, but I think there's something huge that's going to come out of that main event tomorrow night. Maybe it's going to shock the world. Maybe it's not.
If they turn Cody heel, I'm going to scream. Like I joked about ripping your TV off the wall tonight.
Yeah.
If they turn Cody heel tomorrow, I am going to take your TV home with me.
I'm still waiting for him to rip the TV off the wall.
That's my thing. Anytime I say something bad happens, I'm like, I'm taking your TV off the wall. And he's waiting for me because he keeps saying he wants a new TV. So he's going to like insurance claim me on it.
Were you guys fine with the main event and everything that happened? Because I thought it was an excellent match.
It was awesome.
The story was told where CM Punk had nothing left in the tank.
It was so good.
There was no way he was going to thwart off an attack by Rollins and company. I'm surprised Rollins and company didn't ambush him sooner. I thought it was cool how he went down there on his own and did his thing.
Yes, yeah.
So that was cool. And hey, you know, like it or not, wrestling is cool when you don't know. And
right.
Nobody knew about the injury. We had our hunches. Nobody knew for sure.
No.
There was a video. I had a hunch and said something, but you know, a lot of other people did too. But that's what we like wrestling. Like, I don't want to know the result. Like, I want the surprise. We all had a legitimate moment of shock and that pop when Rollins' music hit, and we're like, something's happening here. You know, that's the moments. That's why we watch this. That's why I watch it. It's what I love about it, and we got to experience it. And this is night one, guys. Night two's tomorrow, and I think we're going to experience like something equal or of greater value than tonight.
I think the show tomorrow as a whole is going to be better. Tonight was very meh on a whole, outside of the women's match and the main event. The main event was incredible. It was everything I wanted it to be. Even though it went 30 minutes, I do wish it might like a couple more minutes at the end, like with Gunther being busted up. Like, I don't know. Maybe we could have maybe that could have went just a little bit longer at the end, even though it did go 30 minutes, but I thought it was great. God, it was so good. It was real. #real graps. That was everything that I could have imagined it to be. Gunther's weird what happens when you have Gunther wrestle title matches against good wrestlers. Crazy What a crazy concept, right? Who would have thought?
I know.
Who would have thought that when he's not out here against the Yeet Man, no disrespect, or Pat McAfee, or
Bill Goldberg.
or doing 13 matches with Damian Priest. God love him. I think Priest is good.
I'm still here.
Our Matilda is here.
Nick has been replaced by the card subject change mascot, Memphis.
What's up, Mount?
Memphis Bull.
He's like this guy over here. I let him pet me now, but his opinions suck. Get him off the show.
Yeah, he's probably not liking my opinions. He's probably like, man, it's late. I want to go to bed. No, we're still talking SummerSlam.
Get ready to learn WCW, buddy.
That match was so much fun because there wasn't any stupidity or bullshit to it.
Yes.
It
My
was
God.
fun.
It was wrestling.
And even the spot with Gunther, getting, quote unquote busted open was fine. And it went well within the match. Like,
It was a little drawn out that's how it happened,
dumb.
but yeah.
Nothing
But no, it was
dumb.
no, not at all. It was so good. Like the entire match was Gunther just beating the piss out of Punk and I saw people tweet like old man Phil, like an old man Logan type
There he
throwback. Oh God! Oh my God! It is him.
This is hold on, I got Buff Bagwell in my hand here at WCW Buff figure I picked up at the QC Toy Show today out at the Bend Expo.
He is buff
And
can confirm he does have the stuff.
we've got Road Wild on 97, and him and Scott Norton are coming out. It's Vicious and Delicious against Harlem Heat. But no, I had to say that because I had the Buff character here. That was my pickup today after meeting Kennedy and stuff. But we're talking SummerSlam. We can talk about that later. I just love this main event, and I know Gunther's a guy that I have loved. I love CM Punk's matches, but just knew something big had to happen. And if you look back at the card, at the time we thought the pay-per-view went pretty well. If I'm going to call, there's one match that probably was kind of but other than that, I thought this was a very well-run show.
Yeah.
You start at 5 o'clock, and we just got into the 10 o'clock hour. We didn't go live right away, but you've got like the rest of your night. Like it's not getting over so late, and you're like, oh no, I got to get up early tomorrow. It's just I like the start. I love this 5 o'clock early start. I love the main event. We can talk more about the other matches, of course. But I'm excited for night 2 because night 1's kind of set this bar and this expectation, right? So night 2's kind of got to go out there
And I think tomorrow night's going to be way better. The match quality is going to be way better.
It does. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But anything else you guys want to say about the main event before we hop into the next venture here?
No, I think we've covered it all, honestly.
Thank you to Gunther. Thank you to CM Punk for showing us what real pro graps are. Because goddamn, that was fantastic.
We'll close out on this. Gunther, the reason they did the spot with the table and him being busted open is because he has to have surgery for something with his nose.
He's getting something done with his nose or eye surgery or something like up in here, the orbital area. So he's going to be gone for a little bit, for some time. So it had to be written off. Good way to do it. Went out in a good way. He's a 2-time champ now, and I'm excited to see what happens when he comes back. I would think maybe post-War Games, back for Rumble. I would think he'd be back maybe before that.
Could be, yeah.
But do they save him for Rumble? Do they have something for him until we get
I don't
to
know.
Rumble?
I don't. That's a good question. It's a very good question.
He could liven up the mid-card title scene again. I mean, he's, or be the top ace non-title feud.
Yeah.
Going into Mania, something like that.
He could take it off. He could take it off AJ if AJ wins.
I would be shocked. Predictions-wise, I'll be shocked if AJ wins tomorrow.
We'll get to that.
Remind me to give you my fantasy booking idea when we get to the Sami Zayn match. Make sure I don't forget to do that.
Well, why don't we just talk to that match now?
Teaser.
Well, why don't we just talk about that match now? Because going back hindsight and looking at this match, it's kind of bittersweet. I think it's Karrion Kross's last match on a PLE event. I think they kind of. I don't know how he gets another one with the contract running out. They went 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Sammy and Karrion Kross, and that started off, I thought, awfully slow. Ended there, at a pretty good pace. But man, if I was going to critique something about the show and a match, that's where I would start.
I said to y'all, it sucks that Karrion Kross's matches just make you want to go to bed. I've never been able to look at him the same since the Adam Cole promo in NXT. But because the presentation's there, the entrance is cool. He's got a look. He just can't work, man. That's what sucks. Because the lore stuff is good when he's talking about. I mean, some of it's a bit overplayed, but the devil you know versus the devil you don't. He can do, but he can talk. He has a good presence. It's just, God, his matches make you want to go to bed.
But here's the thing, we've gone down this rabbit hole. I will bring up his time in NXT before the call up where VKM ruined it.
Oh yeah,
he was tearing through everybody, and he looked damn good doing it.
No, I agree. I thought that's what got me so I was bought in initially, the NXT. Now maybe he just looked better because he was working empty arenas, that maybe was a thing, but still, I thought I was into all of that. But and the stuff they did with him when he first came up, the freaking BDM suit that they put him in was embarrassing. I felt bad for him with all that stuff, but just recently the stuff they've been trying to do with him, it just shows that he can't, the promo he cut on the whose show was that? Was it Sam Roberts' show? After Mania, when he went off, and it was cool. It was oh, okay, that's the type of stuff that he can do. That's really good. But it's man, it's just and it's not you can be a bad-ish wrestler, but you can't be awful. And he's just, I'm sorry, but it's just it sucks.
In this whole kind of little mini run he's had, this little rejuvenation, if you will, of Karrion Kross on the main roster. It's all the vignettes and the backstage stuff. You're not remembering the matches because none of the matches are memorable.
Right.
And he's went out there in 2 back-to-back months, back-to-back PLEs with a guy who is one of the most respected guys on the roster, a guy who doesn't go out there and have a very bad match often with somebody. That's Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn isn't getting a match out of him. Who is? Because
and they had 3 matches and all of them were bad.
I know. They just weren't that good. So, I worry about what's next for him.
For example, another person that fits the Karrion, not that fits this style, but was good in the ring was Bray Wyatt. That's why I love Bray Wyatt so much. And I wasn't depressed or anything when he died, but when he did die, I was hella sad because he was one of my favorite characters in wrestling ever. And he had it all. The lore, could talk. That motherfucker could work, bro. And I know some of the Fiend stuff wasn't for everybody, but some of the Fiend matches were also pretty good. Granted, the ones that were actually really good were the ones that he had with maybe the greatest wrestler of all time. Shout out to the American Dragon. But, Bray Wyatt could go. Capital G-O, go.
Sure he could.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross is the bottom shelf version of that because the lore and stuff is there, but oof, man, couldn't wrestle. And it's unfortunate, man. It sucks because you don't want to see a guy just go out there and suck, but good for Sami Zayn now that he's out of the Karrion Kross vortex.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they wrap this up going forward. Now, if you want to look forward to Monday Night Raw.
Does he even come back?
Does he even appear on the show? I don't know. That's a good question because I don't know. This contract is coming up here in September, so I doubt they give him any more time on a PLE. And now it's just I just kind of had a feeling in the pit of my stomach during that match, knowing this is probably it for him on WWE for this go round, and maybe for good.
I hope that he goes back to the Indies and reinvents himself and doesn't end up in AEW.
Yeah.
No, because I don't think he wouldn't really work there.
No, I don't think he would either.
No.
He would just be misused. Not used at all. Not saying WWE's doing a great job of it either, but that'd be a guy who maybe benefit going to Japan.
Could, maybe.
especially New Japan right now, who is kind of like they're kind of low with their star power and their major big names. And him kind of going over there gives them a little more credibility. At the same time, he's going to be building his background a little more to come back and get a big paycheck from the company when he comes back over here. I don't know. I don't know what's next for him. But I just felt bad about that match. Now, I'll go back and watch that match again and give it a second look. But after first watch, just like you guys seen it tonight, I just kind of like, it doesn't look good for him.
We definitely wish him best in his future endeavors.
Oh, I see what he did there.
That was tough.
That was tough.
That was mean.
I hate to say it.
I didn't know CC could get that.
It hurts me to say it because
rambunctious.
I like Cross.
I do too.
And I mean, I'm looking at the comments. Stryker is watching here. Thank you for tuning in.
What up,
Thank you
Stryker? Great time today. Here's Buff. You were there when I got picked up, Buff. Woo woo!
And I want to thank everybody there. We do have a few people tuned in, so thank you for staying up late with us here. But Stryker, says he lost interest after Cross lost to Jeff Hardy.
Yeah,
that
that right there. I hope we never have a dark side of the ring for Karrion Kross, but that was a turning point for him, definitely, in his career when he is undefeated on NXT, portrayed as an absolute killer, choking out everybody and just being a dominant force to be reckoned with in his presentation and everything. And then he goes up and jobs out to Jeff Hardy, which it's Jeff Hardy who wasn't in a good place at that time, Jeff Hardy.
No.
Not the Jeff Hardy we have now that is a current tag team champion
of the world
with brother Matthew.
Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
So
Brother Nero.
I knew you'd come.
I worry about Cross, but he's going to be fine. He'll find something. I hope they renew him, but I just don't think they will now.
I don't think so either, and it's sad, but I have a feeling wherever he goes, he's going to land in this. He's going to do well. He's going to reinvent himself, and who knows, maybe in a few years we see him come back as a newer, better, stronger version.
You ready for me to tear it up? Here we go.
What are you tearing up on this on?
So let's.
What's the topic?
The Sami Zayn. I'm going to get Sami Zayn. I'm going to get us to WrestleMania and the main events. Buckle up and just go on this ride with me. Who says that Punk and Seth has to main event Mania? They blow off their feud finally, and Seth just keeps getting over on good old Phil. And their final match, they run the Hell in a Cell match back at Bad Blood that like Drew and Punk had Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood last year.
They're going to do that this year.
They do that this year. Seth and Punk in Hell in a Cell. Seth wins. End of the feud.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
We get to the Rumble season. Punk can win the Rumble still. And we build from here until Mania the Sami Zayn World Championship chase.
A la Daniel Bryan at 30.
Kind of, yeah.
Like the yes.
Yeah, to a degree, yes.
Yeah.
And he is the one to go after Seth at Mania for the world title. And we get at WrestleMania 42 CM Punk, probably a Royal Rumble winner, versus Cody Bleepin' Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Main event night 2.
I like that.
Give it to me. 5 stars.
I like
Booker
that.
of the year. Get out of the way, Triple Paul. Get out of the way,
I like that. I don't
Tony
like
Khan. Get out of the way, whoever books Triple A now.
Who's Gunther taking on at WrestleMania?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what I want to know.
I just saw somebody tweet that out, and I was like, I like this.
That's not a bad idea.
And then we have to get, and because here was what I was kind of hoping. Like initially, and we can segue into the first match too with what I'm going to talk to now. A part of me was hoping. One of the reasons I went back to watch WrestleMania 39, other than that Cody Rhodes interview and him talking about being his favorite match, to do a little retrospective on that. For like Cody and Roman was great, first one, and the finish stupid. The second match was great, but it was a plunder match. It was what it had to be. I was thinking, I want them to wrestle a third time and it just be a wrestling match, and whoever wins wins. So I was like, what if we did that at 42? But also, I think there's a world where we can build to Roman and Braun Breaker at 42, which would be great.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of ways to go, and we're eons away from that even being a thing. But I just, some ideas that I've had in my mind lately, because I wanted tonight to be Braun versus Roman, but
I think a lot of people wanted tonight to be Braun versus Roman, and we had tastes of it in that match, and I think we're going to get that match. Maybe.
Yeah, we have to.
Is Mania too late for it?
It does feel like that could be very elongated. Elongated.
Like it almost feels like Rumble maybe is the place for it.
They just don't have big regular one-on-one matches at the Rumble anymore, which sucks. But
I know. It's interesting. What's going on over there on the chat, CZ?
Plenty. We got a couple people over on our Twitch stream, which we're fairly new to Twitch. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Man, they're just firing away, but some
scroll.
comments I don't really want to know that I want to repeat. But
That's
Stryker
fine.
did mention I could maybe see Team Rollins versus Team Punk at War Games.
God damn it.
Men's War Games, I think, is going to come on the SmackDown side.
Throw me off a bridge. I'm sorry. I'm overdoing it, but I also hate the War Games gimmick now, like it's overplayed. Now, if you told me it was Team Rollins versus Team Good Guys, whether that's Team Punk, Team Zayn, Team whoever, in a traditional Survivor Series match, sign me up, Bob.
Nah,
I'm just over War Games.
I'm over Survivor Series matches. I mean, it used to be cool when we were kids because you wouldn't see those people team up ever, and now with saturation,
You said like the original way of it. But imagine imagine a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series. This is how you get Sami Zayn heated up into the world title scene. A 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. It's the old babyface 3-on-1, and he comes back, and to win it, he pins Seth. Ugh, Booker of the Year, me.
Easy.
God damn it! Right, Memphis? I'm the best Booker here.
I don't know.
I'm out here doing the Lord's work. I'm sorry, I'm putting myself over too much. I drink too much water. I'm too hydrated. I'm gonna start doing wind sprints.
Would you get control? Would you get control of this guy?
I mean, I don't know that I can.
Please.
Maybe
I think CC likes my idea.
Maybe we need to give Joe a hiatus from the show.
Ooh.
He's disrespecting the card subject.
Is that okay?
Right
Are
now.
we?
I come on once a month.
Is
damn
that
it.
your Sami Zayn booking angle that you wanted to get across here?
That was kind of it, because it was like getting it was like trying to get to the, again, we're way too early for Mania stuff, but it's just an idea. We're talking about because we brought up all right, well, Seth and CM Punk now is the Mania main event. You could say because of this tonight, that's too long to finally, we're going to wait another 7-8 months, 9 months for them to have another one-on-one match. We're just going to inch towards that. I feel like that's, you know what I mean? And I'm not poo-pooing your guys'
They
idea.
started this thing back in January.
That's
bro.
no, they started this when he came back 2 years ago.
Yeah,
That's why, but it's okay.
Their best feud they have going right now.
It's okay. The other reason too why I thought Seth cashing in on Cena would have been a cool idea is because that would have been the easy gateway. I know last night technically he kind of turned face in a promo. I never did watch that. I'm gonna have to I hope they posted the full segment on YouTube so I can actually go and watch that.
Just here, it's on the High View feed here.
Because it seemed like it was the way he did it was really cool, and also it's another example of Triple H just pissing on The Rock's grave because he clearly does not like The Rock, and it's funny how much Triple H does not like The Rock.
How much longer is Triple H around, guys?
Really? Where'd that come from?
Well, the talk's out there.
I wonder if your perspective will change. Watch Unreal, which if you haven't watched WWE Unreal on Netflix, it's worth watching. I said it before, I'll say it again. Absolutely fantastic documentary. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it may change your perspective on some things after you watch it.
I don't. Yeah, I've seen some clips and some breakups of it, and it looks really good. I guess when I say that Triple H doesn't like The Rock, I think Triple H is clearly pissed about how Mania season went down.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
I have no doubt.
And then The Rock, the next night after the Raw, went on Pat McAfee's show and just buried everything, and I'm sure that pissed him off. So I feel like the promo Cena cut last night, from everything I've seen, was basically Triple H saying, "Yeah, just go out there and pretty much talk about how terrible these ideas were, because it hasn't worked. as cool as the moment was, it's really been dumb since. That was fun. But yeah, I just thought that would have been an easy gateway for Cena to turn face again, and then whether Cena actually won an 18th title to end his run or whatever, I guess just him chasing the Seth dudes, the Dangerously crew, as a face then would have been a cool little different. That's my thing, is I want something different. I feel like too many y'all here. That's like my biggest gripe with WWE over the last couple of years, is just how everything seems to just keep repeating itself. And I know wrestling is a copycat world. Like, you're not reinventing the wheel ever. It's a rarity that you see something completely new, and it's okay to recycle stuff. It's just, can we get new feuds? Can we get something that strikes interest that isn't the same thing, and long-term storytelling that never has any payoff other than these two dudes just hating each other for 26 months, 28 months, 32 months,
Can we
5
get people
years.
who deserve to be in the spotlight put into the spotlight, LA Knight? Yeah.
Poor guy. I saw someone put out on
that guy not on the card.
I saw someone put out on
or tomorrow night. How?
They did him so dirty, bro. With he beat Seth, and then whatever they did to screw him over after beating Seth because they worked him,
now
and now he's not even. I don't know, bro.
No, Seth is fine. Not to interrupt you, but what happens now with LA Knight?
He's the one guy that, like, I understand how we talk about how guys get buried and ruined and stuff, and it's like, did they, or really? You know, sometimes I think it's a little overblown. He is the one guy where it's like, dude, he's so damn over, and he's good. He's not great in the ring, but he's good. It's like, why don't we have, like, why is there nothing for him to do?
Is he in the same boat as Karrion Kross right now?
In what way? In what way?
Sinking ship.
He's got less days ahead of him in the WWE than he thinks.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Look, he's not on either one of these shows.
Which is wild.
What's next for him?
He beat Seth Rollins on Saturday Night's Main Event a month ago. Not even a month ago, 2 weeks ago.
So that's his first. Is that Rollins' first feud?
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be fine with that, yeah. Even if LA Knight doesn't have to win every match he's in. It's just like,
he needs to win some match so that matters.
I thought he should have won Money in the Bank when Damian Priest won it. Now, when Priest won it, they did a lot of interesting things. Maybe not all the interesting things that I wanted them to do, but he did some interesting things. And from the beginning of that year to now, he's gotten so much better, and he's really good. He's a true gem for them.
Rollins was not my first pick to win Money in the Bank this year.
This year, I was
LA Knight, then Rollins. Like, he needed it more than Rollins.
You could argue that, yes.
In my opinion.
Yes, yeah.
And now I just worry for guys like him, or I worry about him, because if he can't make the second biggest show of the year on either night, what's next for him?
And it's crazy because he was in one of the best matches
on SmackDown. What?
He was in arguably the best match. Well, that and the Gunther Priest match, I thought, were the two best matches on. Well, shit, Rhea Liv, I thought was pretty good too. SummerSlam last year, not bad. The main event sucked though. God, it sucked. R.I.P. Solo Sikoa. Even though he's still kind of relevant in the Bloodline. The Bloodline's still happening. Jesus Christ. The LA Knight Logan Paul match last year was awesome. At SummerSlam when he won the U.S. title, like, good lord.
I got no problem with that, but it's like
and now it's like, what are you doing, bro?
But he's destined for bigger things, right? That was the talk. That was the mega push. He's destined for big things, and it's kind of like, to me, he's the great what if in WWE. Sure, he has a U.S. title run. Fine, okay,
and that's the problem.
We know he should be in bigger things,
and that's the big arcing problem that I have with WWE as a whole. And I'm not a hater. I'm not some Wednesday Night Warrior who's a tribalist who only loves AEW. Y'all have heard me give my AEW gripes, and I've even thought, yes, I think over the last couple months they have completely turned a corner and done so much better, and it's fun again on Wednesdays. So I'm not this WWE hater. I'm just saying, like, that's the thing with guys like LA Knight, or when you always ask, like, what's Gunther going to do now that he's not now that he's not champion? It's like they don't know how to book people if there's not a title involved. Does that make sense? Unless it's like Roman
or a celebrity.
Yeah, like, yes. Yeah.
Okay. That transitions us into the next topic. you mentioned people being buried. Let's talk about someone who surprised isn't buried literally right now after that table shot. Oh my God.
Jelly
Jelly
stain.
roll.
Jelly stain.
Jelly stain. You were like, took Nick Bull, the bar of the century, put on a t-shirt. When he went to the table, he was like, jelly roll is now a jelly stain. I wet myself. I had to go change my
Props
pants.
to Jelly Roll. Exceeded my expectations in that match. Were my expectations low? Sure. But as a celebrity, he didn't go out there and embarrass himself, I don't think. And two, he didn't go out there and embarrass the business of professional wrestling. And it seemed that he has taken this serious behind, closed doors in training.
Yes.
It seems to be well received among the superstars. I thought he did great tonight, and even though he took the pin, he put the work in. Even though he took the pin,
everything's fine as long as he isn't in the final four of the Royal Rumble like Bad Bunny was 2 years, 3 years.
Gracious. Then we got a problem.
3 years ago.
Then we got a problem. But I was fine with that match tonight. I know it takes somebody's spot, but at the same time, it gets more eyes on the company. I see it both ways. Okay, I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying I'd love to see it. At the same time, that match tonight wasn't that bad. Logan Paul doing that table spot to Jelly Stain was amazing. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton are solid. It was decent. And if the crowd hated it, they would have shit all over it. And guess what? They loved it. They loved it. They were concerned about Jelly Roll when he took that spot.
The crowd had a hashtag good time.
Right.
You over here talking about all this and being Jelly Stain. I'm gonna steal something that Stryker said, but I'm gonna spin it my own way. You're over here being a bully roll.
Me?
Yeah.
Did anyone say anything about my opinions? No one hates my opinions.
Everybody hates
or likes my opinions.
Bully roll. Oh, okay.
You're on a roll, so I'm calling you a bully roll.
Okay.
He's on a call him Jelly because he's on a roll.
Oh.
But
I pleasantly surprised in that match. Pleasantly surprised that it wasn't just an absolute, cartoon sitcom match. And what I mean by that is, Jelly Roll pulling off all these outrageous moves on people. It wasn't.
Right.
He was kind of working the road dog offense, which was totally fine.
Yeah, it was.
That was cool.
I'm mad that he didn't he started doing the punches, and I was hoping that he would have finished it doing the little shucking and jiving thing.
That little shucking and jiving thing he did earlier, that was supposed to be kind of a people's elbow or the 5-knuckle shuffle thing. I don't know what the hell that was, but props to Jelly Roll for actually, getting in there and getting over at the fans even more. There was on the post show, he came out and spoke, and there was some girl bawling on somebody's shoulders. Like, people love this guy. So he's out there with 3 pros. We know what we're going to get out of Orton. We know what we're going to get out of Drew McIntyre. We're going to get something exciting out of Logan Paul on a couple occasions, and we did. I had no problems with this match.
No, I thought it was what it needed to be, and I think everybody expected that Randy Orton and Jelly would go over. At least that's how I read the situation.
Right. What do you think there, Joe? I mean, did you think they were going to go over? Did you think the heels were going to take this one?
That's a great question because I kind of didn't really know. I didn't really know.
I asked it.
Dickhead. Always put himself over.
Never wrong.
He comes on here, he talks about LA Knight getting buried, and then he comes on here and buries me. I'm LA Knight. I'm the LA Knight of the Card Subject to Change podcast. And then I don't show up for a month.
The shit is getting thick in here.
We're changing the name of this episode to Never Wrong's Golden Shovel.
Yeah, Golden Shovel.
That's okay.
I just saw a tweet that was interesting. We'll get back to that here in a second. I didn't really know who was going to win. I was expecting anything that wasn't Jelly Roll pinning Drew McIntyre. I would have been okay with, because even if he would have pinned Logan Paul, that wouldn't have been like the worst thing in the world.
Let me spin that a little bit though. If Drew McIntyre had taken an RKO, but Jelly was the legal man and pinned Drew, would that have been okay?
It's a good question. I probably would have been still a little pissed off.
Me too.
Slightly.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm
I'd
just
have been pissed.
playing devil's advocate here.
Would have been a little bit of an angry boy. But hey, Logan got to be a dick, got to pin the guy everyone was cheering for. Good job all around. Here's the thing I saw that Sean Rossap tweeted out. WWE is not doing standard post-show press conferences for the foreseeable future. They'll be doing their post-shows. Interesting. On today's episode of Triple H, dodging tough questions that never get asked to him anyway because
Well,
all the people that go there and cover the shows are marks.
maybe tonight, since it was a 2-night event, he would just be out on the desk tonight. But wow, no conference tomorrow night. We'll stay tuned for that. We'll stay on top of that topic for sure.
Wait and see.
I know it's not something we were talking about. I just saw it and I was like, oh, interesting. That's why they didn't have a post-show press conference tonight.
Of course, with the Card Subject podcast by the fan for the fan, powered by Low Pies Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, and colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo. I'm never wrong, Nick Bull, joined by my tag team partner and co-host, the Wizard CZ, and our third. If we're a trios team, this is our third member right here.
Who is the third member?
Who is the third man? It is
Whose
Joe,
side is he on?
It is Joe the Show Winkle. We're breaking down SummerSlam Night 1 here.
We'll let the cat out of the bag here.
Hell, you do a pretty good job here.
It's my surprise.
I'm surprised. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here. Weighing 309 pounds.
From Sweetwater, Texas.
Sweetwater, Texas. Barry Windham. Slamboree 94. Check it out. That's all I got to say.
Colonel Parker, everybody.
Slamboree 94.
Speaking of, holy shit, Ray's actually like legitimate hurt here. Speaking of like old school wrestling, the main event tonight was mid 90s coded. Just two dudes wrestling. I know we're going back. I can't get over how good that match was.
It felt good.
It wasn't my favorite WWE match of the year because that went to the Io and Rhea. Holy Christ! I wish I could have drove over here. Like if I had I'm slow, but if I had the ability of the Flash, I would have speed ran over here, and I would have had us do a live show after that match because I was watching on my phone.
It was amazing.
I was sweating, even with the cash in, because I never thought that was going to happen. So I know I'm going way out of the way here to talk about this. I just wanted to talk about it, how great that was, and I think the triple threat tomorrow. I'm hoping it should be. I'm hoping it's awesome. Because women's wrestling in WWE this year and all around has been fantastic. But especially in WWE, women's wrestling has carried in WWE this year.
Women across the board have hit it out of the park this year. WrestleMania's triple threat, the match between Io and Rhea, and I know we dog her on the show, Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné. There's a reason they were our pick for match of the month for July.
Yeah, and the fact that Tony won. And Athena is a thing.
Right.
Cover me in baby oil. Let's go.
That's enough about that.
Let's talk about a couple other women.
I was going to say, it's a great segue. I'm teeing it up for you guys tonight, man.
Great segue for the WWE Women's Championship.
You didn't enunciate that well enough. The WWE.
Tiffy time.
That's the second time in 4 months or whatever that we have both, after a Tiffany Stratton win, stared at each other and said, basically, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because we both thought she was losing to Charlotte. I ran up your hill when she beat Charlotte.
She was losing to Charlotte at Mania.
I definitely thought she was losing tonight.
Definitely thought she was losing tonight. And even though I was very happy that Tiffy retained, my first thought is, what the hell is next for Jade Cargill?
Yes.
And that's the problem again that they get to, where it's like they don't know how to book stuff. And I'm not a hater, but that's just me being honest.
It's not about booking. It's they have really handled her with kid gloves, and they brought her along very slowly. And now I don't know booking decision or what it was going on with Tiffany, but I think you might have said something earlier in the night. Naomi cashing in kind of took the sizzle out of whatever else Jade was going to bring with her.
Because I definitely thought that when Jade won Queen of the Ring and Naomi won the briefcase, I guess that was in different orders. Naomi won the briefcase. Jade won Queen of the Ring. I was like, oh, okay. Jade's gonna wrestle Tiffany, and Naomi's gonna cash in, and that's what made the Naomi cash in even better because Jade beats her in the no holds barred match, which was good, and then Naomi comes out and cashes in, which made it even more like never saw that coming.
Right, and then Jade is in a title feud, and it's not with her.
Right, and I just thought Jade was gonna win, and she didn't. And the match was about 10 minutes, all killer, no filler. What do you think, CZ? Were you shocked? As shocked as me and him were?
I was, big time. But here's the thing. We mentioned this earlier in the night. We've talked about it off air to endless extents. If we knew everything that was going to happen, why would we watch?
Yes, agree.
You said 10-minute, no filler, all killer, no filler. 7:05.
Damn.
7:05 on match time for Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill. And when it ended, it was like, whoa, okay.
You guys asked what's next for Jade. And Stryker is here in the comments reading my mind. What's next for Tiffy?
I don't know when it happens, but I think we're building to her versus Bianca. That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
It seems like maybe that's not the next feud, but I think if that's when we get to when Tiffany probably loses.
That's a great question because I don't know who would be next for her. You know, is Nia Jax going to be involved down the road? I don't know. That's a great question. Who's next for Tiffy time? Man,
Bianca might not be next, but I think if I had to actually guess on who beats her whenever that happens, I would say Bianca Belair. That's where I'm kind of at.
It could be that could be in the cards.
I can definitely see that.
Are we getting we haven't gotten full blown heel Bianca yet, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not on the main roster.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Because I think that could happen.
Because she didn't really get involved in the no holds barred match, right?
No.
She was the ref, but she didn't
She didn't do anything. No. Huh?
Because I thought
it could very well be Bianca Belair.
Because I thought we were going to get Jade beating Tiffany, and we were going to get to Bianca beating Jade, heel Bianca turning on Jade. That's what I thought we were going.
No, I know where we're going.
What?
Doesn't Stephanie Vaquer have a match?
Oh yeah, she won
at the Clash
in Paris
with the winner of this match.
Oh, good point. So she's on. Wait, she's not. No. Hold on. She's not on Raw. I thought she was on Raw.
I thought so too.
Well, I'll effort here. Maybe that's what's going on.
Give us your opinion. If you're watching or listening after the fact, hop onto Facebook. Leave a comment on the page. Who do you want to see Tiffy face? Who do you want to see Jade Cargill face next? And while you're hopping on socials and different media forums, hop onto YouTube. We have our entire archive there from the beginning. Some of them are only audio episodes with just a still image, and I apologize about that. When we first started, we did not have video, or we were not doing video. We had capability.
How many shows did we do where we weren't on video?
I'll get back to you.
Okay. I was just
check the stats.
I think I want to say about somewhere between 50 and 70.
Okay, fair enough.
Damn.
This guy's on top of it.
But I'd have to double check. I do know when you became never wrong and were no longer an honorable man.
Honorable man.
70.
Episode 70.
Yeah.
When we had Rory Fox come on.
Was the gimmick change?
So that was that like a heel turn for you or what?
Well, we had Rory Fox on, so yeah, Rory kind of influenced.
I mean, is it a heel turn? I mean, get a pop either way.
I mean, I'm the biggest baby face here, clearly.
Maybe.
Oh, what do you guys think about this? Thank you again, Stryker, for staying up late with us, and for everyone else watching and everyone listening and watching after the fact. But Tiffy Rhea.
I mean, that'd be sick. Again, that's another. Again, I keep bringing it back to I wish they knew how to book wrestlers without that wasn't around the championship, because it's like They don't know how to book Rhea without going after a belt. That's for damn sure. Even though, but she's it's not that she's been in a bad way or anything, because that chick is she is what they look like. But it's like
if she were feuding with Liv, there wouldn't need to be a title involved.
That's a great point, because I do think the Liv injury, it felt like Liv was going to be a part of a lot of stuff here in the summer.
Okay.
And that kind of that it was very unfortunate, because Liv is another one who compared to where she was a year and a half ago. I mean, good God, she's so good. Like you luckily enough, let me just put it this way, you'll both agree with me here. I think that I love you too. If the men's roster in WWE had an injury to somebody at where Liv was at on their side, does that make sense? Like Liv is one of their A-list women. If they lost an A-list male like Liv, they wouldn't be able to recover right now, because the men's side is very iffy on how they're booking certain people. But the women, it's so damn deep. And especially like with all the call-ups recently.
Right.
And they're actually doing, I think, a really good job of using the mid-card women's titles. I thought those were just going to be kind of like Vanity Fair, but they put them on Becky. They put it on Julia. They've had actually legitimate feuds around them. Well, the U.S. title, not as much with Julia, but the Intercontinental one especially. So, like, the women's roster showing how deep it is. Like, the men's side could not have handled an injury like Liv Morgan. Does that make sense?
Right.
Absolutely.
But the women's side is so deep, like, they were able to get away with it. But it still is, like, Liv getting injured, very unfortunate, because it felt like she had a big summer coming up.
And with Liv getting injured, it put Roxanne Perez into her spot and taking over, defending those women's tag titles. Meaning the Judgment Day, had to defend them tonight against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, this new anomaly that's formed in the women's tag division.
Look at this king of the segues here.
I can't.
No, that's
I
where I
can't be
was going to go too. Let me just throw this out there. Now that the Judgment Day no longer holds the women's tag title, where does that storyline go? Do Roxanne and Raquel need the tag titles in play for the Liv's return to fully flesh itself out?
That's a great question. I was genuinely shocked, because I thought some way, somehow they would hold on to them. I thought they're going to retain, and this Judgment Day monster is going to continue, because I'm hoping, I guess, as a fan, that I want Roxanne to, like, be totally over with the group when Liv comes back, and Liv is just kind of forgotten about.
I agree.
That's what I would like to see. I'm probably not going to see it. That's kind of what I was going for in that rationale and that thinking. I was surprised that Alexa and Charlotte won the way they did tonight. I thought Judgment Day maybe would hold on by shenanigans. They didn't. We have new women tag champs, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, an odd couple of sorts, but
they're not friends.
There are much better.
They're not friends.
There are much better odd couple tag team stories than Charlotte and Alexa. But hey, I'm not mad at it. It was fun.
Fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
It didn't stink. It wasn't bad. I was fine with the match. I was bummed because I thought Judgment Day would win, but hey, that's why we watched this.
I wish in the women's tag division they would make more teams that they can push as teams, not just two mega stars on the women's side thrown together, which that's what Alexa and Charlotte feels like. They're just two big stars thrown together at random.
I like odd couple tag team stories. This one is what it is.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not dogging that.
But I agree with you.
We have a perfect team to throw into the tag title picture in the Secret Service, an established team that works well together. Yet we continue to see tag teams that are just two people plucked from obscurity put into a tag team.
That's Chelsea and Piper, right?
No,
Piper and
Alba Fire.
which are Chelsea's
Okay.
essentially bodyguards.
Okay, yeah, my bad, sorry. Shows how much I pay attention.
Mark.
I am a Mark. Barry Mark. Who's the guy with the long hair on here? The guy, Redacted's tag team partner.
That is the late, great Steve Mongo McMichael.
That's who I thought it was. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got Road Wild.
Okay.
97 playing here in the background after WWE went off the air with their show. We are card subject to change, breaking down SummerSlam Night 1. I know we haven't talked about a couple other matches.
Did you like how I said
You
that?
had the card up,
By the
but
way,
I know there are.
Where do you want to go? Which way you want to go?
did you like how I did that, by the way? Redacted's tag team partner.
I heard. I see what you did.
I just wanted to pop there. I thought that was Mongo. I was like, I didn't want to say that and be wrong. Do we dare talk about is the only match we haven't really talked about the first match? I think it is. We talked about the women's tag. We talked about the main event. We talked about Sammy. We talked about the other women's match. And we talked about the tag at the end. So the only one is the starter.
Yep.
And it's what I'm here for, to keep us on track.
I thank you.
I'm going to throw this out here, and
You do a lot of throwing out.
I'm also going to throw up if you bring that up again.
I'm going to throw this out there. You throw that out there a lot.
I'm gonna mention this. So I know the opening match is not to be negated by any way, shape, or form, but when was the last time we saw Roman Reigns opening a show?
Oh, God. The Seth Rollins match at the Rumble in 20 whatever, the worst Royal Rumble of all time.
Was that correct? Was that COVID Rumble?
No, that was the one in St. Louis.
Okay.
The one that Redacted Beast and Redacted Woman won. The two Rumble matches.
Gotcha.
Crayon Eater.
Crayon Eater. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, I should have said that. She's not really redacted. She's
not
just
redacted.
she's just a crayon eater.
Crayon Eater.
You like the redacted thing, don't you? It's good.
No, he loves Crayon Eater.
Okay, that's fair. I was trying to put myself over.
He gets giggly. He gets giggly when I say Crayon Eater or reference Crayon Eater. Look at him. He's gonna piss himself over there.
Here's the biggest takeaway I had from that match,
Crayon Eater.
other than someone eating crayons. Oh, he threw the mic. Oh, God. He's over it. That was his version of a woman in a promo calling the other woman a bitch.
That was it right there.
Which is like, when that happens, I always love when that happens because it's so like they set it up, you bitch, and then everyone gets their moment. It's great.
Essentially called him a bitch without saying bitch.
Yeah.
Striker doesn't know who we're talking about.
Which one? The Redacteds
Crayon
or the
Eater.
Crayon Eater?
Why don't you tell them who Crayon Eater is?
That is one Miss Ronda Rousey.
Shout out to the R.I.P. Rhonda, and shout out to all the crayons. Here's my biggest thing about that match. They've done a pretty horrible job of telling. Again, I sound like a hater. I'm not. Just let me cook, okay? They've done a pretty terrible job of telling the story of Roman being like resentful for everything that happened, and him like making up with Jey Uso. But at least they did something tonight towards it in having Roman push Jey out of the way to take a spear. It only took them a year in this redemption arc Roman babyface turn for them to finally do something that showed that he wasn't thinking about himself.
Okay.
That's like my big, like, y'all have heard me talk about it. Like, I wish Roman and Jey would have had an interaction before Jey or after Jey won the world title.
Yeah.
Because when you tell the
I
Roman,
know what you mean.
when you tell the Roman and Jey storyline, you have to note how Roman like basically mentally abused Jey Uso for 2 years, to the breaking point where Roman's family and Jey and his brother turned on him. But it wasn't even Jey who fired the first bullet. It was his brother who fired the bullet of like, you should have done this forever ago. And it's why all that stuff, as much gripe as the bloodline stuff is what it is now, why it was so good because of how great those stories were when Roman and Jay, or when the Usos finally turned on Roman and everything, and then they had the match and the Usos won. But like you can't tell the story when they're together without telling the fact that, like, again, Roman literally like mentally abused Jey Uso for 2 years.
I have an answer to my question. I'm sorry to interrupt. Stryker is playing the historian for us, and I apologize, Stryker. I misread what you said. Stryker was talking about when Roman last opened a show.
Was I right or no? I must not have been right.
January of this year, the premiere of Raw on Netflix.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I guess
I was thinking pay-per-view.
I guess he did lead off the show.
I mean, technically, you can almost consider it. It wasn't a pay-per-view; it was Raw, but you could kind of consider it a premium live event.
Pretty much
because of it being the debut and the way they handled it.
I mean, The Rock and
They treated it like a WrestleMania, so we'll treat it like one too.
The Rock and The Undertaker were on the show. That just shows you how big it was. That was me being
You're right.
facetious.
You're right.
But do you get what I'm saying? Like the role, like I've just not liked how when Roman and Jay interact, they've never done anything that shows Roman being selfless, yes, and like taking responsibility for everything that happened. I would have
He did kind of have a unique moment where Roman was out there doing the jive thing with Jay with his hands about restarting the music again.
Yeah,
That was kind of cool, but you're right. We as fans have not been given that opportunity to see that moment between them two after all the hardship.
You're crazy. I thought that was going to be something different, but it was good enough.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I would have shed tears if Roman would have came out. I wouldn't have, but I would have, theoretically, if Roman would have came out and put the belt on Jay when he won the title. Or like, remember when Sammy beat Gunther at Mania, and when he was walking to the ring, Kevin Owens stopped him and they had a moment.
Right.
Like, imagine if they would have had the camera up in the crowd, like in the
Maybe
paddock,
we'll get that
in the
moment,
paddock
maybe.
when Jay was walking out and Roman stopped him before he walked out to the crowd, and they had a moment. Like, I just wish that they would have done something like that, because it would have been a little, but it would have gone so far in just a redemptive thing for Roman.
We might get there at some point.
They finally did something tonight with that when Roman because Braun hit the spear on Jay. He was going to hit it on Jay. Roman pushed Jay out of the way to take the bullet himself, and that's what led to them winning the match. So it was a little. I didn't love that was the first thing we finally saw in Roman being selfless. I hate that was it, but it was finally good to see them do something like that, where Roman did something to go out of his way that didn't involve him thinking about himself. That was a very long filibuster, but did I make sense there?
You made sense.
Okay.
Absolutely. Roman didn't get his shoes back.
He did.
That was so funny.
Thank you, Stryker, keeping us on our toes. But yeah, Roman did not get our shoes back.
They're so badass, bro. Braun just is the ultimate truck, and Bronson is like Loki funny, just stealing his Air Forces.
Yeah,
so funny.
And wearing them around his neck.
Oh, that was great.
Can I bring things full circle?
Roman did wear white tonight, though, by the way, and main eventers wear white.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Can I bring things a little bit full circle and just ask, is the reason that the Goon Squad of the Dangerous Alliance, the new Dangerous Alliance, is the reason they weren't out in the main event because Braun Breaker hurt his leg during this match?
And there's video floating around out there that he got banged up in the first match, and he was kind of selling it tonight. Had a knee brace on, or was padded up.
It wasn't. He had a ace wrap. He did when they came out after in the post show presser or post show whatever. He did.
He was moving around pretty good.
The wrap. He didn't have the ace wrap on. I know. I clocked that.
Yeah,
he didn't have it on his knees, and he was walking around fine. So that makes me. But there's a video of them going backstage. They were going up these steps behind the stage after the match, and he's like having to be helped up the steps.
He is.
And I was like, "Uh-oh, not again."
You can see it. I hope it's just something like they're overly cautious with. Like, you don't want to lose that guy right now. That guy is on an ascension, similar to what Dominic Mysterio is on. Like, I think I mentioned 3 guys the other night who are kind of at this trajectory. I couldn't remember who the third one was. I know I said Dom. I know I said Braun. Whoever can remember the third one out there, if you're listening, I said there's 3 wrestlers right now that are just on this trajectory.
You didn't say Logan Paul, did you?
I did not say Logan Paul, but no, I thought this was a decent tag match to open the show. I enjoyed this match a lot. Some good spots with some guys who were doing the spear thing.
And of course,
all in all, I was fine with it.
And I mentioned, Braun tweaking his knee. He was out there at the end of the night to close the show to celebrate with Rollins, but no, I thought it was a good opener. I thought everybody looked well, and I hope, like you said, that Braun is not seriously injured. I don't think he is. I think he was getting around pretty well at the end of the night, but
I bet he's sore.
And the last thing he hit at the end, he hit the spear, and he hit the spear fine.
You know where he messed up his knee?
That's what I was trying to think of.
On the table.
Okay.
When he jumped and was it Roman that he was jumping on, or was it Jay?
I think it was Jay. Jay suckered him in.
Yeah, Jay suckered him in and moved out of the way, and he bumped his knee pretty good on the announce table.
Okay, if that's it, then he probably just bruised it really bad, or like a little, maybe not a bruise, but just like he knocked it pretty hard, probably like a dead leg or something. But yeah, he was moving around well. Question for the chat. You're the chat. The chat is the chat. Did the right team win this match?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just wondering.
Yes.
How long, now that Seth Rollins is the champion, how long does his alliance with Braun Breaker last? When does Braun Breaker decide that he wants Rollins' title?
That could be another thing you go to at Mania 42 is you turn Braun Breaker into Dave Batista. Could even redo the Batista contract signing. He could thumbs down Seth and spear him through the
Could be very well. That's
through the center of the universe.
How long are you going to wait that one out?
I mean, you'd think that this still has legs with the where they're telling, but it's a good point. It brings up a good point as to when, because Braun Breaker sooner rather than later is going to be holding one of those 2 world championships.
I believe so.
A year is probably too short for this thing to be capped. Let them cook as a faction. Maybe Braun and Bronson, the Braun brothers, them winning the tag titles could be a nice little way to heat up the Raw tag team division. That'd be fun.
Could be
PHUN fun.
Get a power angle going with that group for sure.
They all, get the old faction. Everyone has gold moment.
Yep.
So that'd be cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that the Braun split though onto Seth doesn't need to happen like tomorrow or right away. It can be.
I don't want to rush it by any means, but if Rollins holds that title for any length of time, that Breaker's going to be eyeballing.
It would be really cool, like if. Well, no, because I think Seth. The longest I think Seth will hold the title till will be Mania. I was gonna say, like, if Seth was the champ, with Braun being, that's why it would have been really cool. Remember when Seth originally turned heel, and I was like, they should just have him beat the piss out of Jay and beat him on Monday night after Mania to cement the heel turn, because people are still going to want to cheer him because his song. But if he would have beat Jay after a 2-day title reign, that would have been nuclear heat.
That's a great point.
And then have Braun win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then you could have just had the forever will he cash in on his guy storyline. But right. I mean,
the break. I think there'll be eventual breakup, and Paul will go with Braun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
How it should be.
That's how it should be.
Rollins doesn't need Paul Heyman.
But now my problem with Braun being on this meteoric rise Now the question's out there. Now the doubt's going to start creeping in. How long is he going to be in this group before he leaves? They're going to milk this thing till WrestleMania.
I don't see why. As of right now, I don't see why not. That answer could change in 2 months, but as of right now,
Braun win the Rumble.
Yeah, that's another. That's why I was saying like the Dave Bautista thing. Braun wins the Rumble, and then it's like, and Seth saying you're gonna go challenge Cody or whoever the WWE champion is, and you're gonna beat them, and then we're both gonna have the gold. And then Braun's like, nah, fam, I'm gonna take your ass out.
If that doesn't happen, let's play this out. If the faction is intact, Punk wins the Rumble, challenges Rollins for the title at Mania. What if Braun costs him? What if Braun is the reason that Punk wins at Mania?
That'd be something.
That'd be cool.
Little like MJF costing or Wardlow costing MJF in a weird way type build.
I'm fine with that.
Even though, but Braun would be treated much better than Wardlow after that breakup.
We would hope.
Yeah.
One would hope.
R.I.P. Wardlow, and shout out to the Devil Mask.
CZ, what else we got going on?
Well, of course, we're going to be talking about night 2 of SummerSlam. Whether we talk about that on Tuesday as we have it scheduled, if something big happens, we may break in tomorrow night.
Let's just bank on Tuesday right now.
If Travis Scott cashes in his celebrity in the bank contract tomorrow, I said the joke to you guys. I had to say it to the people.
Fiend.
You know he's in a sense, Buff is eating right there. It's just dump.
He is.
Where's the walnuts? Just dump cake.
Oh, my.
Dump cake.
Do we want to give some predictions for tomorrow, boys?
We can.
Give a couple.
Nick's ready to kick me out. Nick's acting like he's tired and ready for everything to be over. We're gonna shut this off, and me and him are gonna be here till like 2 a.m.
I'm probably going to go home to bed in the next hour.
CZ's 4 hours past his bedtime.
Nick's out here acting like he wants me to leave, and we're gonna sit here for 4 hours.
He's big time in you.
I know he really is.
No,
And Nick's not the one who shut your mic off for a minute.
That's not.
That is true. That is you.
Nick's ready to watch some more wrestling.
We are gonna retrospect a match, and I can't wait for it.
We're looking forward to it.
Okay.
What other business do we have to attend to here? You're steering the ship.
You are
I?
steering the ship.
You're.
I trust you.
I
Out
didn't
of
think we
the
had a rudder.
three of us,
We don't.
we just have one paddle. We've been going in circles this whole time.
Circles, yep.
I mean, we'll make a couple predictions for SummerSlam night 2, but just to get some business out of the way, I will remind everybody we talked about it on Thursday, August 23rd, in Des Moines, Iowa. The Convergence event, Heroes for Hudson. Podcasts collide. 3 of the best podcasts here in the Midwest. Card Subject to Change, Shotgun Wrestling Radio, and the 2 Count. We're going to be live on location. We're going to be having a big event, a big show before the big event. I'm excited about that.
What kind of show?
A big show.
Sing it.
Well, it's the big show.
There we go.
We just got ourselves canceled.
Yeah, copyright. Got to go back and post and edit that out.
Yeah.
Do you have anything more, Cran Eater?
Next week, we're back to our interviews with.
Cran Eater.
Yes. No, we are not having the Crayon Eater on next week.
Okay.
Next week we have Tori Fox, SCW Pro newcomer.
Animosity member.
Animosity member. Fairly recent graduate of the Black and Brave Academy, coming on to talk about her starting her career.
Excellent.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to put us back on the screen. I thought I did that. Hello. Come on, computer.
Get this guy.
He broke
crayons. Get this guy some crayons.
Crayon eater.
Crayon Eater.
We're apparently stuck.
He doesn't know how to use a computer.
Oh, we're stuck. We'll tap dance here.
You can't use a computer.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I can't get Tori off the screen. Sorry. Well.
We're dead.
Right. Good night, everybody. I don't know what's going on, but let's.
We're still live. It's just
We're still live. Let's see if I do this. What happens if I delete Tory Fox? Okay. I don't.
Cran
Let's
eater.
see.
Cran eater. Are we still on?
We're still on.
Excellent. We can wrap things up here.
Yeah, let's.
Night 2 breakdown will be, of course, Tuesday night. We want to be able to enjoy night 2 of SummerSlam tomorrow night. And, of course, Monday Night Raw. Catch us next week. We'll have Tory Fox in the studio for Card Subject to Change. Catch us on our short form show, The Kickout, coming to you midweek Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. This has been a wild ride. Sometimes
And
things happen.
Striker said the audio went out, so you can probably hear me through the phone now. This has been another episode of Card Subject to Change. We're just going to wrap things up, and you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you for our night 2 recap